Welcome back to the Big Ranch Show. Thank you for joining me. Now, I want to talk about something that's going on over in the UK. It doesn't really directly affect us, but it's kind of been inspired by some of the BS going on here in the United States. But let's start off with where it starts. Over the weekend, there were some major riots that took place in London and other parts of the UK. And it all started based on information that turned out to be false. There was a belief that a Muslim asylum seeker had come to the UK and murdered somebody, stabbed them like an ungodly number of times. And where the crime did happen, it was a UK-born assailant, not an immigrant, not an asylum seeker. But people on Twitter, known as X, right, including Elon Musk, pushed this belief that it was an asylum seeker, an immigrant, that had caused this death, this heinous murder. And since then, there has been riot after riot, all sorts of protests. I completely support protesting, even if I don't agree with you. But the rioting is very reminiscent of what took place here on January 6th of 2021. And from what I have heard from people in the UK and other people that have written about what's going on in the UK, a lot of it is inspired by what they saw on January 6th. Far right-wing radicals are, as it's been described by the Prime Minister there, it's complete thuggery. They've literally been destroying cars, beating people up, setting buildings on fire because they think asylum seekers may be housed in them. Now, let's make it very clear. If I recall, the Geneva Conventions say that asylum is a legal way to enter a country. I absolutely understand if you want to have a problem with how it works, or if people that come into your country refuse to assimilate, and things like that. Okay, I understand those problems. Those cultural problems are always going to exist. Literally, all you have to do is read Samuel Huntington's book, A Clash of Civilizations, to understand where we are today. It was written back, I believe, in the 80s or early 90s. But the thing is, we don't have to be violent about it. There's a better way, right? There's a better way to deal with your frustrations than violence. On Sunday, Elon Musk tweeted that civil war in the UK was inevitable. Is it, Elon? What is it with you far right-wing nut jobs that think the first thing you can do is violence? Going on in the UK right now, the voters overwhelmingly told the Conservative Party to piss off. Overwhelmingly. So these right-wingers are mad about that. Then they get told on Twitter through Elon Musk and some of his other buddies and the other people that follow Elon Musk and the other neckbeard idiotic incels over there on Twitter posting about false information to incite a riot, to incite revolt, simply because they don't like that there are immigrants in the country and their Conservative Party lost. There is absolutely no excuse for what is going on in the UK. There's absolutely no excuse for violence against immigrants. And my stance here on immigration doesn't just go for the United States. Yes, I believe there needs to be rules and regulations on how people come into your country. I do completely understand that people want them to do it the right way. But you put up a lot of barriers, you're going to create a problem where people are going to have to come in, they'll end up coming in illegally, whether you want it to happen or not. Now, the thing is, if they are seeking asylum, that means they are going through the proper channels to become residents of said nation. Now, maybe somebody over in the UK can explain to me, do you have people coming over in boats? Is that where all these asylum seekers are coming from? Are they coming over in boats? You know, just illegally flooding your borders? Oh, no. Most of them are probably coming in through other normal routes of like, I don't know, air travel. It can't be that easy to break into an island nation. It cannot be that simple. It just can't be. Now, the thing is, these people deserve to be able to make a chance, have a chance to seek asylum. They deserve to be able to live a normal life like the rest of us. Whether that be people coming across the southern border in the U.S. or people coming into the U.K. Just because they're immigrants doesn't make them bad people. There's no reason to fear the other. Now, are there bad people in every group in this world? Yes. There are bad people in every religion, every culture, every nation of this world has bad people. But we can't just sit there and commit violence against all of them because we don't agree with their views or their opinions. You can't expect somebody from, say, Iran that is just trying to get away from the oppression. You can't say that they're not assimilating just because they don't convert to Christianity. In a free world, people are allowed to worship whatever God and whatever religion they want to. I don't care if you're in the US, the UK, France, Germany. Anybody in any nation should be able to worship as they please. This is why I have such problems with Christian theocracy and Islamic theocracies like Iran and other crazy far-right nations that think that their religion has to be the only religion. It's not reasonable. It's not attainable. And it's never going to work that way. You cannot expect people to give up their religion, the things that they value, just because they come to your country. Now, should they at some point value your country and your culture and your traditions? Maybe. I mean, hell, I'm born here in the United States, and there are things in America that I don't understand, that I don't want to understand. Like, I could not imagine, for the life of me, being so paranoid that a demon is going to come through my TV that I throw my television away because the 6 o'clock news came on. I had a neighbor in East Texas that did that. Had a brand new television. Something came on the TV, and he thought a demon was going to come out of the TV, so he threw it in the dumpster. Brand new, $600-700 TV. I don't understand that. I don't understand going and having a religious revival under a tent in the middle of nowhere. But you know what? You're free to do that. This is America. You should be able to be free to have whatever religion you want and celebrate it any way you want, as long as you ain't hurting other people. Now, as for what's going on in the UK, I've read a number of articles and a number of studies and reviews of crime in the UK. And one of the articles I read talked about how there is a larger portion of Muslim people in British prisons. But what they don't tend to give you in that information is they're not necessarily giving you the crimes. They're just giving you the number of people in prison. And this one article that did an analysis of everyone in the UK's prison system said that the majority of the prisoners who are Muslim didn't go into prison Muslim. They converted while in prison. Happens a lot in U.S. prisons too. That people go into prison, and very often, a lot of them will convert to being Muslim or Christian or whatever. Because for some people, having a religious deity to worship, a set of guidelines to follow, that helps them. That makes them feel whole. That allows them to kind of repatriate themselves back into the society when their sentence is over. Like, I don't believe in religion. I don't. It's not something I follow. I don't get it. But I also have one of my best friends who finds solace in the fact that of his faith. You know what I don't do? I don't attack him for his Christian views. He and I have differing views on religion and differing opinions on a lot of things. But when it comes to religion, it's just what it is. I have other friends who are completely atheist, and they don't even want to discuss religion. Now, one reason I don't discuss religion all that often is I don't know it that well. I don't study it because it's not my thing. I am far more likely to look up and research something like third down attempts for the Dallas Cowboys in the last football season, right? Things like that. I'm more likely to look back and look at what the statistics were in voting in the 2020 election. What counties did what? What city, what areas of what states voted which ways? What states voted which ways? How did the Electoral College come out? Those are the things that I enjoy. Other people enjoy religion, and that's fine. You were free to enjoy your religion. But to anybody that wants to force that on people, I think that's wrong. Wholeheartedly find that to be wrong. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you down the road. If you haven't watched it yet, go check my other video out that I just put out today too, over Kamala Harris's VP pick. Tim Walz from Minnesota, been a really good governor there, so please check out that video. I'll try to put a link here somewhere if I can remember to do it. We'll see. All right.